and all. I'm getting. So you know what's crazy out here in these streets? I just be thinking, maybe I'm helping somebody. Somebody out here might be about to start a business. Oh, what the fuck was that? I don't know if y'all heard that shit. It's just snapping and popping everywhere. Make sure that you understand where you are. Rules of business, I would assume. I don't know, I've never had a business. But especially like in like the city, the inner cities, where you already know, I mean, things are expensive and you're trying to cater to your community, I would assume. I'm sitting here wondering, thinking why so many shops be open and then they be closed like a year later, 2 years later. Overpricing for the area. Motherfuckers is literally outside on the sidewalk, almost with blankets, right next to the store. We gotta make it make sense. You know, we're not living somewhere other than where we at. So, whoever's trying to build a location, make sure you build that in the right place, you understand? Make sure that whatever needs you have, you want to serve the community, that's why you want to be a neighborhood store, that the stuff that's in the store, the community can afford. I don't know, because there's a certain type of community that will be at your store and a certain type that will never come. So you overprice things because you want the money. I get it. But then at the same time, let's think about it. I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. You can go to like a store like Family Dollar or Dollar Tree or your local grocery store and get the same thing that you're trying to bring business to these little businesses in the community, because they're black businesses in the community. I would rather go to a black business in the community that I live in and give them my money than go to one of these big chains out here and give them my money, right? So I'm all for helping, supporting the cause. Any black business that I walk into in the community that I reside in, I'm gonna support that. That just makes sense. So I'm talking about, I went to this little botanica. Okay, there's many of those around here. Those botanicas is popping up like liquor stores in every corner. I wonder why, but I'm just saying, let's move forward. So I went into this little botanica. Now, first off, I always get a weird ass vibe when I go in these stores. Everybody in the stores, for you, the true spiritualists out here, when you go into these spiritual stores to get your stuff, right? Is it not true that as soon as you walk in the door, it's like everybody stands up, everybody looks at each other and they look at you, like, I wonder what she's here to get. Type energy. It's a weird ass feeling. That's how you know motherfuckers be in tune with shit. They know when you walk in the door, and that's how you can also tell the energy of the botanica or spiritual store and what is housed in that store, right? Because why is everybody gonna stand at attention when you walk in the door? Do they do that for everybody? And then some of these botanicas, in like certain sections of them, usually hidden away off to the side in the back. Right? They got like other like spiritual things. Like they might offer readings. They don't publicize that like on the window, but when you go into the store to buy whatever spiritual products you want, you usually have someone that's in there that does like readings and stuff and, you know, whatever. So that's the other side of it. They be doing that in there too. I don't know. That's fine. If you want to walk in there, get your spiritual stuff. Hey, you want a reading? You would have to see that they do that there, though. These places don't oftentimes be like, oh, yeah, when you're done with your stuff, come get a reading. You know, you just got to be aware and know your surroundings when you walk into these spiritual businesses. It's a business, but it's still very much so spiritual. If they selling these things and these tools, they work with them, too. That's why they sell them, right? Makes sense. So with that comes intention. See, people just think that you can open up these spiritual shops and put all these items in here, and the items that you're selling aren't going to tell the customer who's coming to your spiritual store your energy that it holds. So one time I went into the store and I just wanted a candle. Like the regular candles you can get at Dollar Tree for $1. Well, ain't nothing at Dollar Tree for $1 anymore. Maybe they'll change that name too, but you know, the little ones. The regular size candles, y'all have seen my candles, right? I have to go to Dollar Tree for my candles. I'll get every color of the rainbow. Pay $7 and I'll be good. These bitches is going and paying $50 for a fucking candle that's gonna last for 3 days. I'm like, yo, that's why you wasting your money. You don't even know how to do this right. It's not about where you buy the shit from, it's what the intention is. And then half the time, these people are buying these spiritual items for millions and millions of dollars, and it's all cursed. Because the store, the intention behind the store being run, it's not of light. It's not of holistic healing. It's not of true one connecting with oneself items in here. It's, I'm gonna sell these candles. I'm gonna sell these items. Like you go in these stores and you be seeing the craziest name candles. I'm like, what the fuck? Be like Jawbreaker spell. It'd be like fucking curse them all and make them blind spells. I'm like, oh my God, where am I? Like, I just want a yellow candle, please, for positivity and sunlight. Like, positive energy. I think I'm in the wrong place. Like, you can see what people be going to these places for. Anyone who wants to know what a botanica is and where these witch bitches get all their shit from, go to your neighborhood botanica. Walk up in there. Don't even look at the shit, because you're going to be like, you're going to run out the door. But feel the energy as soon as you walk in. If it don't feel like a place that is the vibe that you resonate at, that's not your place. Might not be cursed, but it's not, you don't want no items from there because they're not going to match your frequency. And sometimes when you are truly tapped in and you go to these botanicas, right, they think they specialize in everything spiritual tools, right? But then it depends. You the right one or the wrong one. Just like you can go to a crystal store and buy crystals. One person might walk into a crystal store, get a crystal, right? They have no issues. Does its job. Another person walks into a crystal store to pick out a crystal, and now it's cursed. The very same crystal. Why? It's the energy of the motherfucker passing off the spiritual tool to you to use as food to take in. So when you are going to these spiritual stores and you walking around and you looking around, feel at the store, forget the prices. Because 9 times out of 10, the feel is going to not make you want to spend your money there. Money exchange. This is how motherfuckers is getting cursed spiritually too. They just walking into these spiritual shops and just buying everything they see because they think this is going to work and that's going to work. This says this, but they don't know what interacts with this, what ancestors don't want them to use, what God said is off limits for them. They just think they can buy everything. Then they fuck up their whole life. So, and they're sitting around trying to figure out where the hell, what is in my house? There's a cursed item in here. They're never thinking it's the crystal. They're never thinking it's the. But people don't think. They just go and impulse buy. So something just stopped me. So I went in this same store. Now, I got a candle from the store before. I was like, what candle am I going to get? Normally, when I go into any of these botanicas, first off, all I'm buying ever is a candle and some sage. That's it. You will never catch me buying no equipment, no dolls, no candles with people on them. I don't do that fuck shit. That's weird, but they sell it. So, but when I be talking about separation spells, I've been in the store and seen the separation candles. When I talk about death rituals and spells and hot John foot powder and hot feet this and crossing and hexing, I go in the store and the shit, there's a section. Hot John, da-da-da-da-da. Cross the road, da-da-da-da-da. Zip and shut and tie and seal the mouth of thine enemy. That's what these hoes be using and sending to us. They're real tools. Go and look into a botanica. Go look. Because you're like, what are you talking about? Where do these things come from? What tools? Somebody needs to know. Go and look in a botanica. You're going to see exactly what I say. And you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? They really selling this shit out here? Yeah, they're promoting the evil. And these botanicas be in the little inner cities. Probably right next to your local fucking liquor store or right across the street from a church. Probably both. It's crazy. Anyways, pick your location wisely. How the hell are you going to be selling all this negative, evil shit right across the street from a church? And motherfuckers walking around understanding or clearly not understanding what God is trying to say here. You got a botanica, a liquor store, and a church within 0.5 miles of each other. Motherfuckers got many options out here. I'll go to church today. No, fuck the church. I'm going to go to the liquor store. Right across the street. Motherfuckers in the church building looking out the window. Can't wait to get out of this service so I can go crack me open a hard one. What the fuck is wrong? I'm sorry. The world is so fucking crazy. It's ridiculous. Can't wait to get out of here. I'm going to stop at the liquor store on the way home. In church. Thinking about how they're going to get fucked up right after. A lot of people don't think like me. That's why I see the ways of the world and I just don't understand why people can't put this with that and get this. But anyways, so I went in this botanica and this is not my first time going in here. I've done business with these people. But I got a weird ass vibe today, right? I got a weird ass vibe. I'm cherry bubbly everywhere I go. I don't have to give you my money. So you can give me attitude if you want, bitch. I'll turn around and leave. Whatever, bye. But clearly you're hungry because it seems like these prices are getting higher and higher and higher and higher every time a bitch come in the store. So it started out, one candle was $5. And I'm like, okay, that's a little much. I don't care that much. I don't need a candle. I would just like one. I don't need that. So I'm like, okay, let me do it. Let me just give them the $5. I got it. Another time, $6.50. I'm like, hold on a second. Okay. I'll be back. I came back. It was $5 again. I'm like, different person working, but $5. I'm like, okay. This isn't looking good. So I go in here today. I got $7 cash. That's all I'm willing to spend because these motherfuckers go up and down, up and down. You don't know what the fuck the price is. I guess they, anyways, it changes. I don't know if they can do that, but anyways, so, right? So I go in there just now. $7 in hand. I can get a candle, whether it's $5 or $6.50. I'm good. Okay? I don't feel like driving a Family Dollar to get 6 candles for the price of one. You know? The fuck? I'm right here. The shit's right here. Bitch is tired of driving around. I got shit to do other than this. This is how I'm thinking, right? So I go in the store. Weird ass vibe as usual. As every spiritual store I go into. Motherfuckers always want to be in competition because they dark ass voodoo priestesses and shit running stores. And they think a bitch like me don't know. Then nobody ever asked me for a reading. I literally said one time, oh, you guys do readings in here? They're like, I'm like, yeah, I know, it's okay. One time I tricked one up and I was like, yo, what you get off me? I wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. I came in here with somebody else and you knew all the things. Now all of a sudden I'm by myself and it's me and you. When I went in there with another person, bitch was talking to me crazy, giving me all types of attitude, trying to smile on the face of the person that I was with. Oh, yeah. To the person, but to me, side-eyeing. So I know you a spiritual bitty. I know, because I felt this energy from many people like you. I felt it. I know. I get it. I'm going to let you do your thing. She's your store, whatever. I'm here with my friend. Y'all do your thing. But it was this weird-ass energy between me and her. So I went into the store by myself. Not testing the theory, but just I needed to get something, and it was right there. And I went in there, and she gets up. Hi, how you doing today, man? I'm like, I wasn't expecting that from her because she was just shading me last time she saw me. I was like, hi, how are you? She's like, hi, good. I'm like, okay, that's good. I was like, well, I just want to get some sage. She's like, oh, yeah, we have this one. I'm like, and so I asked her. I said to her, I said, can you read me real quick? She's like, I wouldn't know. You don't know today? But you knew then? I didn't ask you for no reading. But you want to read me, the person I'm with, all these prophecies and all these things, and I see that, and I feel this, and I know this. Today, I'm asking you, what do you see? I wouldn't know. I was like, okay. I was like, have a good day, man. Thanks for the sage. The hate is so loud. Yeah, there's real people out here that don't believe in that voodoo hexing crossing bullshit. The pig feet and the dusts and the herbs and all the weird shit and all the things you can't even pronounce. But yeah, I'll try that. We don't want that shit. These bitches don't know what they be doing. They just be liking the names. Oh, I saw this on Google. I asked Google, what ritual do I need to do this to this person that I hate? What are the items that I need? And they go and they search for those items. They don't even know how to fucking pronounce them. It's like, what's wrong with these hoes? And then they be wondering why their life goes up fucking the way it does, any which way it wants to. Because they just be so free to fucking make these unwise and unhealthy and pretty sometimes deadly choices for themselves. Because they're putting themselves in harm's way by not knowing what the fuck they're doing and what they should and should not be touching. But these is grown ass people, so you can't tell them nothing, right? So these people talk shit about y'all chosen ones because they do these things, that they get these tools from these places and they have all these hopes and dreams of it working. Some of them are getting readings from the fucking Botanica. I have this enemy. They got this whole story. The readers are saying it. They went to a reader and the reader told them that. They went to the reader and asked about this, how they could do that. And the reader picked up that they were trying to do this and this and that. It happens in these stores too. Everything ain't tarot. So they go into the store because remember they Google witches or whatever. How do I ask bitches and still don't know how to do it because it's not to be done. It's forbidden. We keep hearing that. But they think they can bend the will and shit. So that's why I'm here. See? So this must have just happened recently. This shit's crazy. God was like, talk about it. It's like, okay. So they go to the Botanica after they do their research on Google, because you ain't going nowhere until you know what you're going to get. We're not that dumb, right? So they know what they have. They set out on the intention. I'm going to take them down like this. I found the perfect whatever. Now they got to go to the store to get the tool to do the job, right? So now they're over here. They're looking through the store. Oh, can you help me find blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. So now the spiritualist in the store, who's well aware of what type of time these people on, because they know what the fuck they're looking for. The spiritualist is reading the customer. And if it's a good person, they're going to tell you what you want, but then they're going to do what I'm doing. But you really shouldn't try to do this. That's a good Botanica. Because if this, da-da-da-da-da. But these bitches don't be waiting to hear that, nothing. They find the shit, they get the shit, and they go. They don't ask questions. They got it all figured out already. They know it all. Sometimes you just slow down. You gonna get the information you need. That's why I say you think you know everything because you got everything in front of you. You think you got all the tools. What the fuck are tools if you don't know how to fucking use them properly? Okay. And what the fuck are tools when you're using them the wrong way and you know that to begin with? It's the intention of a thing. It's gonna fucking backfire before you even get home. Okay. We know about it before you even do it. We know it as you're at the store. We feel you about to fuck us over or try to. That's why we say it won't work. It's not gonna work. We know it won't work because we know what you're doing and we don't authorize or allow it. We're not dumb, deaf, and blind. And we have free will to choose what the fuck in our life is cursed if we want it to be so. They don't get all that. And the first rule of magic is harming none. So straight from the get-go, before they even do the magic, the tool that forms in their fucking brain is what curses them. Hey, they know the craft. They're so crafty and so gifted. Why won't it work on them? Okay, so now that they have their list and they go in there, the Botanica, I need this and this and that. Okay, they're walking around with the lady. And then they go over, if they're like me, right, going into the store and they see that there's a reading thing set up, they'll be like, you know what? Some of them, the bold ones, after they're doing all this in your energy, you're not supposed to feel it, right? Motherfuckers plotting Seven of Swords, Magician in reverse. You don't feel this. I'm saying it though. And this is how it be. They know it. They know, and they're probably like, how the fuck do you know that? Because I'm me. Anyways, so do you, I guess. You're not me. And I know that ain't fair, but I don't care. Anyways, rogue. That's a pulls up in front of me. Rogue. A rogue, as I'm talking about it. Undercover fucking bullshit. Okay, moving forward. 353 on that license plate. 555 on this one. 333 right here. 444 on the other car that just drove by. 525 on this car. What the fuck is going on right now? 454 on this Camaro. 345 on this Honda. Are we gonna keep going? 555 again. 422 224. Come with it. Say, whew, God is great today. What is going on? It's miraculous and beautiful out here in these streets. Wasn't expecting to see a 22-4 backward. No matter how you fucking flip it, bitch. Don't play with me when it comes to the spiritual shit. I will not play with you back. I'm gonna set the record straight. So these things that these readers be talking about, and they're like, I can't say for sure. I can't pinpoint. Take it how it resonates. No, I'm gonna take it in every way, and I'm gonna show you how it can resonate in many ways. Okay. So they get their tools. They go over there. Now they want a reading. Now they're asking the Botanica employee, can you tell me, I have this enemy, right? And they're talking about me and they're wishing bad on me and they're da-da-da-da-da. And then they got to throw in the fact that they're working all this magic on me. They have to say that. Because how are they your enemy if they're not doing the same thing you're doing to them? That resorts to them going spiritually trying to fucking take your ass up out of here. Okay? So, the reader at that point, who is the reader, these people tell them they got their reading. The Botanica person will say, okay, I see here that you are trying to do this. It's like, so you say this is your enemy? And then the person that's paying will be like, yeah, they're doing this to me and that to me. And then the Botanica person is like, are you sure that they're doing that? Are you sure it's them? That's the question they're always going to ask. Are you sure it's them? Because again, they're the spiritual one with the cards. They're the one that read the energy. They're the ones with the store. They're the ones that knows how to discern and decipher. These people is dumb. All they see is anger, greed, and jealousy. And take them out, hurt them, steal, kill, hex, cross, block, stop, adversity, challenge. That's all they see. One track minded. So the reader, that's the best thing she does for y'all, is tells these motherfuckers, listen, I think you got the wrong person. But hey, and then this is when they take their hands off the wheel and be like, hey, you're free to do what you want to do. But I wouldn't think that that is the best thing to do. Or I don't think they're the one that you think they are. Or I don't really think you want to do that, is what it comes down to. They don't hear any of those different warnings. So then they go and they do their work. I ain't never going back to that Botanica. That bitch is crazy. She cursed all my items. No, bitch. She told you. She warned you. I don't think that's the one. I don't think you should touch them with this. I think you might have it confused. But these motherfuckers that's confused don't never have it confused. They always know it for fact. So even the Botanica. So you got us out here in these streets with these tarot cards telling people they went to a high priestess that told them that they know that you are working on them. And then the high priestess takes it into her own hands to take the money the customer gave them to curse the chosen one and curses them instead. And then you have these bitches running around talking about they got cursed items. Yeah, you should. Because that's that Botanica, or that's a good dark high priestess. Someone that can see, that ain't just out here having motherfuckers cursing and hexing motherfuckers. Now, I don't know. Don't quote me because I don't deal in this shit at all. But I'm pretty sure if you want to be out here and you want to curse a P-file, I mean, I think a lot of people might be okay with that. You know, I think they might understand or understand the anger a person might have to want to do that to a person that does that type of thing to someone else. But a good person that's out here not bothering nobody, not harming nobody, not wishing ill, malice, ill intent, death, loss, lack, obstacle, blockage, adversity, they don't deserve that. So that's why I say magic can be used in many ways. There are certain people to get a job done out here because we know as above, so below, as within, so without. But the wrong people with knowledge and access to things creates a bigger problem because now they're more powerful than the motherfucker that ain't got the access or the tools, but the one without is the one with more. So that's a little spiritual lesson for motherfuckers in these spiritual botanicas. And these women, I can't call them women. That's why I call them hoes, dirty cats, alley rats, slum rats. I don't call these women. These are not reputable, upstanding, intellectual, smart women. These are animals. These types of people is animals. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So they do animalistic shit and think about animalistic things and think about doing animalistic things to people. These people are sick. Spirituality is not a fucking sickness. But the motherfuckers behind that shit, they got some sick and twisted thoughts. And they lean on their own understanding, which is what the first rule. You become spiritual or you're guided to change because you're guided to follow something higher than yourself, but you yourself don't know what that thing is. But you know it's definitely not lower than you. And if there's some things on a regular every day before you get into spirituality that you would not do, if you're called to it, you're not going to then go to it and then degrade yourself. It doesn't make sense. So, clearing up the air for all the spiritualists and all the holistic healers. I love seeing, like, this is what I want to see. We got dispensaries everywhere. We got liquor stores everywhere. We got all these fucking needless mom and pop stores everywhere. We got all these fucking things. I want to see a community for Black people where Black people can connect with their roots and the soul of them and walk into a store and actually purchase things to boost their connection to themselves on a very holistic healing level. My products would only be holistic for holistic purposes. And you would gain a curse naturally from using my products against someone in a malicious way. You put intention into everything your hands touch. And then you put your name and your logo and your phone number and your information on a building. Everything that's attached to what's outside of that is attached to what's inside of it. So you can't promote something on the outside and then come in the inside and it's not the same feel. That's what I believe in. You can feel the presence of the spirit within the place if you only take the time and feel your way through some shit in this life. Everything looks good. I go in here just now. Tell me why I put the same. Well, I was like, what candle do you want? And that's what slowed me down. That's when I noticed some weird ass energy. Motherfucking eyes, but not eyes. You know? Usually I walk in there, hey. Today I'm like, hello. Motherfucker doesn't even move. I'm like, y'all usually stand up. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. The energy here, right? Whatever. You don't have to do all that for me. I wouldn't do it if I'm not standing up for you if I'm not already standing. Like, you don't have to do that. I'm just a customer. If this is how you operate and you sit and you serve the cup, that's fine. I don't care. Who am I to judge? People be doing too much. Do what you do. I'm just here to buy something. Shit, sit down, relax. What the fuck? Motherfuckers be so like, what is going on? God, let me see. Let's take out my phone. I'll be looking at this shit. Like, damn, what the fuck? I'm coming in the store like, hi guys, and what the fuck? What do I gotta do? Come in like this? I can't smile either. The fuck? That's how I know my energy don't. People get. If you're not like 100 with yours, I'm gonna just make you feel all types of shaky inside, and I'm gonna feel it from your soul bones. I don't gotta think about it. I'm gonna see it. Your actions, you're twitching, you're not making eye contact, your movements, all this other weird shit. Sorry, let me drink some water. Like, what the fuck is going? That's a lot. That's a lot of energy the motherfuckers be giving me, and I just eat that shit. Oh wow! You see my child? You see what you do out here? Oh God, thanks. 22-4 again. I'm like, oh. And I just be walking around smiling. 272. 366. See what I'm saying? Anyways. So yeah, finally, let's get to the fucking price. So I get the candle, regular size candle now, not the big ones, the huge ones that last for 20 million years, and you make sure that bitch go down. Not those ones. The ones that literally last for like 2-3 days, right? For the most part. So I got it. I put it up on the counter as I'm trying to figure out which one to buy. That's what stopped me. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Normally, I know what the fuck I want. I wanted a candle. I know the color candle. I just go in, get it, But today I walk in, I'm looking around, and I'm noticing this differently. Like, bitch, what are you doing? Get the fucking candle. Then I'm like, what candle do you want? And I was like, oh shit, no, this don't feel right. And I'm looking around, and I was like, do I want yellow? Do I want blue? I want all these colors. And then I'm like intuitively, I heard, like, when I said, which one do you want? I heard, get the one with the colors of the rainbow. Get all the colors in one. I was like, that's usually how I do things. So that sounds about right. So I get the rainbow candle that has the red, the yellow, the blue, the green, all the colors, right? That way I don't got to worry about it. How I'm feeling, this, that. Whatever, my candle usage is my business. Fuck y'all. But that was fine. So get the candle, go up to the counter, put it on the counter. He's looking at it. I'm like, you don't know what this is? It's yours. I just got it off your shelf. But I'm like, okay. He looks at the candle. There's no price on the candle. Right? No price. And then he goes, $10. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, excuse me? I was like, what? He said, $10. I was like, for this? Today? He was like, I'm like, no. No, it's not okay. And I put it back. I was like, thank you. I was like, you guys should really. I was like, nope. Have a good day, sir. And I walked out. I was about to put him on real quick, but I was like, no. For some reason, God said no. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just walk out the store. I'm not saying nothing else. I was about to give him a couple business pointers, but God said don't do that. So I just left. I was like, that sucks. They must have some type of quota to meet. They must need a couple dollars today. They must need a certain amount of money today. I don't know. That's what I thought in my brain. Business must be hard. You charging $10 for a motherfucking candle? Business is hard. Like I said, I can go right across the street and get a candle for $2.99. I feel like that's crazy. When I know I can go to Dollar Tree and get it for $1. See what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Fuck the intention of these candles. They in the fucking grocery stores, in the little stores where they're supposed to be at. You take that bitch home and you fucking put your own intention in the shit. So with around, like the candles in the stores, they with all the other housing products. So they're usually next to like the cleaners and this and that. In my brain, that's a good intention. My candles is next to the cleaning items. You see what I'm saying? Perfect place to get them from. So I didn't get it. But the one thing I did notice, the other candles that were the same size candles, right? What do they call them? 7-day candles? I don't fucking know. My candles last however long they last. I don't count the days. I don't set them for any intention. I just set the candle because I like the color and I want to see it. I don't fucking understand the 7-day shit. How do people know this shit? Clearly they gotta wait and watch the candle for 7 days. Who got time for that? That's just stupid as fuck. And that is only spell work. That's only spell work. There's a time frame for spell work. The candle got to burn a certain amount of time for the spell to supposedly be cast correctly. I don't do all that shit. So 7 days is the time. Okay? It takes 7 days for a dark witch to send something to somebody. Okay? Okay, if they're doing this work with 7-day candles, let me tell you something. If someone's working on you, you're going to feel the effects for a good 7 days. That's it. A week at tops. If you can catch it before that, that's how you know. It's time stamped, time sensitive. Everything has a time on it. People aren't realizing and paying attention to the little stuff. It's a 7-day candle with a 7-day intention. These bitches need 7 days to intentionalize a thing is what I look at. They need 7 days worth of strength, 7 days worth of intention, 7 days worth of hate to send it to you. For you to transmute that shit as soon as you feel it. As soon as them bitches light the candle on the first day, they sitting over here 6 days after, still thinking their shit's working. This is why you be ahead of them. The candle has to be completely gone before the intention has even been sent. It doesn't get sent the day you light the candle. So these motherfuckers is walking around thinking you confused about some shit, and you done found out 6 days before they thought you ever would, but you just be quiet. I just taught you something. Let them think they got you. Just be quiet. 7-day candles. So it's a 7-day window when it comes to spell work. Now, if you can catch it, you will train yourself to catch motherfuckers playing in your energy. You'll feel it literally instantaneously. You're like, why am I feeling like this? I feel off all of a sudden because all it takes is a click of a bic to light a candle. That's why you can go from one thing to the next very quickly. I don't understand why they think we're stupid. We don't have to do what they do to learn what they do to see how it works or does not. See? They're like, fuck, she's giving up all our secrets. Oh, well, you shouldn't have secrets when it comes to this and other people. Shouldn't be living that way. This is how y'all be getting by and making time work for you while another motherfucker is suppressed somewhere and don't know what the fuck is going on. You got a 7-day head start to do some dirt to somebody. Fuck you. That's still cowardly. Thank you. Informational purposes here. The message is held for review. See? There you go. And that's how you transmute it. That whole time that they're sending it, that you know they don't have the knowledge that you have, that's what you do. You don't then go get in your spiritual bag and be just like them. Nah, for 6 days, your ass be up in their house saging because you know now that for those amount of days, this is what the energy is around you. So transmute that shit. Transmuting all negative energy entities and or attachments into positive energy that I can use for my highest good. And as I say it, so shall it be. Every fucking day. That's why this becomes routine. Because every day they're sending it out with the intention. Every day you hitting it right when they do it. You're prepared before they do it. Every day. And they have no idea. It's never a good time to fuck with a chosen one. Never a good time to think they playing behind some moons and candles. Never. So, you get your sage. That's why we only need sage. We're doing all this shit and all they use is sage. We're doing all this shit and they're not fighting us back. We're getting the karma. We're getting hit with it. The backfire, the backfire. The bitch backfired as soon as you thought about it, but you don't know that part. Let's give you a little bit of time to say maybe you could get away with it. But we know you can't. We feel it instantly. We feel the thought. We see the Seven of Swords, the Magician. We instantly, somebody's fucking doing some shit. You train yourself enough to know how your deck tells on people, okay? You will learn without even the deck. You'll feel it. Because when you first get this information through your deck, it's going to give you a physical sign in your body that confirms. That is for you to store, write it down, hold on to, because you will be attacked again. Right? Look at us over and over and over again. But we've gotten better with this, right? The time it takes for us to catch on is shorter and shorter. They're getting weaker and weaker, not just in strength, but in their minds, in their security and what they've done for so long and how it's worked on everybody else, but it won't work on you. See, their intentions are becoming weaker because they're not getting the results they used to get. Now they're not as big and bad as they used to be. What's wrong with my magic? You see? And then they start, remember what I said yesterday about manifestation? Their heart's desires, they waver. They start like, yeah, we got this. We taking them down. We're going to do this death ritual. We're going to do this sacrifice. We got all the shit. We got all the tools. That's how they start. And then they watch you as they're doing the shit. Sit back and watch you to see if it works. And then they think, oh, it's not working. Why isn't it working? Let's do some more. Let's throw the more deadliest shit in there. And then they're just watching you. You're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. You coming out this fucking shit. You supposed to be broke, busted, disgusted, obstructed, outcasted, on the street, homeless. These motherfuckers' intentions. You coming up in new spots. You transmuting the energy. We're not doing magic. We're doing alchemy. Magic is child's play. Not the same. You cannot do alchemy unless you're an alchemist. And you can't be an alchemist unless you know how to alchemize negative and positive to come out with something at least neutral, if not better. Not worse. These people are worse off than when they started. They was already in a terrible, terrible position. But maybe they may have come up if they did it to somebody other than you and didn't realize you wasn't target practice or a fucking lab rat or an experiment. You're a human being. As a bird is flying right across my windshield. You're a human being. The fuck don't these people get about that part? That you get to choose to decide to fuck your own life up if you so choose. What do they forget about that part? We don't need no help in doing that. We already got the help. By the motherfuckers that are in front of us that we trying to run away from. We see it. So we got to see it on all ends of the spectrum. In the spirit, in the physical, in the emotional, in the mental, in the astral, in the sleep, in the walking, in the waking. We got to see it all around us, how motherfuckers don't really fuck with us. And they're really testing our gangsters, spiritually speaking. Because we really have authority over them. That's why we preside over the shit that we talk about, because we can see it. So, yeah. That's why. They want to know why their shit ain't working and why we just keep getting better at our natural gifts. Because we are the magic. And this is what we keep telling them. They're sending things to us. And all we're supposed to do is alchemize the situation to have a better outcome. Not go toe-to-toe with the fucking clowns at the circus. And treat people like they're humans when they want to treat us like we're animals. Something to be tamed. You understand? So, with that being said, this is why it won't work. This is why the shit that these people are into is called inhumane, forbidden, dark, vile, disgusting. That's why it's called that. Because all of these thoughts have to go into doing this to another person under the guise of something else. This is a hidden enemy. But they ain't hidden from us. So we ain't crazy in calling them out. They'll expose themselves to be the crazy one that we're talking about. That's what always ends up happening in these situations. A hit dog will always holler. So the bitch that's talking the loudest about the spell work and you doing this and you doing that. No, they do that and they're mad. They want you to now go back and forth with them in the physical realm about the spiritual shit that they want you to confess out of your physical vessel. I know you tried it and I'm better than you still. It's not gonna work. See, look what she's talking about. She's talking about da-da-da-da-da. She's trying to go battle. She's trying to battle with me in the spirit. No, bitch. I don't know what you call what you doing, but that's not what we're doing over here. We're just calling you out on your fuck shit. And I don't understand why it's wrong for us spiritual people to talk about motherfuckers that's violating and trespassing in our energy. What, because it can't be seen? It's not as important as anything else that can be? God said, touch not my anointed, damn it. He said that. He meant that. Their body, their soul, their spirit, their mind, all of it is included. But they don't think that. They can pick from this and pick from that and pick from this and pick from that and pick from this. Well, he didn't say he couldn't touch this. Well, this is kind of in between those two things. So I'm gonna do this one. These people are fucking weird. So now you know. And I gotta go. Because ain't nothing else to say. I can talk all day. See? 414. What up, Nana? Sorry. What the fuck is going on? 727. 456. Literally on the fucking license plate. This is crazy. If I'm gonna be bugged out by fucking signs, I'm gonna be bugged out by the right signs. And this ain't bugged out. This is the universe is talking to me. And this shit is crazy. It's just confirmation after further confirmation after further 456 on this Honda Pilot. This is crazy. 456 on this Toyota Yaris. 456 two times. There's double confirmation for somebody. So hopefully y'all got the information that you need so you don't get fucked up out here in these streets, these spiritual streets that motherfuckers want to make real and physical. That's the point. You got to attack it at the root. You got to see it. Stop it so it don't progress. That's dis-ease. Motherfuckers got dis-eases because they ignored a dis-ease within their soul, within the first house, the first vessel, the first temple. They ignored it. They ignored it. They ignored it. Oh, go away. Oh, it'll get better with time. Oh, it'll get better if I don't change anything.